Hey everybody, welcome to another Arkham Horror List video. As you can see, we're in person and it's really nice. It's fun. We get to actually like talk and like see each of the emotions on each other's face. Because you guys have just been looking at my face for like months. And
You get to understand body language.
Yeah.
Instead of like just awkwardly cutting each other off.
Yeah, and yeah, like that was the thing, like poor Bryn, he's just too kind. Anytime we'd interrupt, Travis and I would interrupt him, he would just be like, quiet. And then everyone was like, why are you cutting Bryn off? It's like, well, Travis and I need to talk. It's our...
When I think things, I need to say them or I forget.
Yeah, and for me, like in the movie Crank, I'm like Jason Statham. I need to talk, otherwise I die. Julie's going to get pizza. It's great.
It's a good day. All
right, so we're going to be here talking about our top 3 4 XP cards. In this one, I was like top 5. We've done that for all of them, but then I saw.
Yeah, it turns out there's only like 23 different ones or something like that.
Yeah. So we did top 3. So we're gonna really have to pad out space to hit that 10-minute video length. So.
Okay.
I got a lot of things I can say about at least 2 of these cards.
Nice. I'll say this list was hard for me because, like, for me, 3 experience was the highest costed card for a very long time. So I was very confused, and I was like, what are all these cards? But I think we got them, so I'm going to just write down the time code as we get into our number 3. Bryn, what is yours?
That's a great question. I actually didn't know. I just had Justin roll some dice and assign them to points. Anyway, we got Abigail Foreman. And I know you're all thinking, you don't like yellow cards, and you're right. I don't. But there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do with Abigail Foreman. She can be used to build a lot of very neat book-based machines. Notably, there's that one, that Cards in Hand book. The 2 of them that you like, they cost like a bajillion actions, but less actions for each card in your hand, and then they do something really cool. If you attach one of those to Abigail Foreman, I promise it doesn't matter which one you picked. You're gonna have a good time. The clue one is like vaguely degenerate, where you get to be like, for free, I will move here, I will take a clue, and then I'll take another clue from this place.
Yep.
No tests, please. We don't do that here. But that being said, there are other cool things you can do with her as well. When you move into other colors, and by other colors I mean purple, the one that has tomes that do things. There are several neat tomes.
Tomes that do things.
I said other colors.
And it's just the best yellow tomes you don't need actions for.
Anyway, you can set up some sort of Divermus Mysterious deck where you're just like dumping insights into your graveyard and then dumping them back out of your graveyard into the game's face.
You got too much doing, just off Abigail.
Yeah, because she's holding the book.
Yeah.
So that is something to be aware of. If she dies,
the book goes.
Yeah, whatever she was holding
the book
goes
dies.
too.
I've played her once in a Daisy deck, and I'll just say getting like 2 Old Book of Lores is like sick.
Yeah, 2 encyclopedias is pretty wild.
Yeah.
Especially if you're playing one of the scenarios where they're like, everybody's got to test their lowest number, and you're like, well, everyone's lowest number is 4.
Yeah.
You like that?
She was my number 4 on my list. I like her too. I think she's really cool.
Yeah, she's just got a lot going on. You know?
I also love just her art is so boring, but like it works so. I know, but it looks so. She's a library intern actually.
Oh my god.
But it works so well for her, right? It's just like
if this is the power interns have, what do actual librarians do?
Well, Daisy, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, she's the librarian. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, no, Abigail Foreman's sick.
She is real cool, and only going to get cooler as we get more tomes. Unfortunately, there's like no green books because I'm pretty sure green's key flavor is you're illiterate. And didn't read your book.
Yeah. My number 3 here is Double Double. I love this card. I've only actually like played with it in one campaign, but it left on such a mark for just how like fun and enjoyable it is. Just like being able, as you can tell, as I was just talking about with Abigail Foreman, it was fun doing Old Book of Lore twice a turn. What if you just did that with like your events? Doesn't that sound fun? The answer, yes, it is fun. Doing more of what you want to do for free is pretty sick. The only downside of Double Double is that it's exceptional, so you only get one.
It's a level 8 card. That's the downside.
And like, if you just don't draw it or draw it late, you're like, look at all the fun I've missed out on. Like, that's just like a little bit of a bummer, but I do really enjoy it, and I have a lot of good memories of that deck Travis built for me.
It's also a ritual, so none of the purple cards can actually find it.
Yeah, none of the purple cards find it. You could find it if you somehow managed to put it into a Dexter deck, but I don't know how you would do that. I think like you'd be cheating.
I don't
That's
think
it.
you can.
That's all you could do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'd
you
just
cheat.
be cheating.
I suppose if you're playing some sort of weirdy-beardy pass your cards around the table Dexter pile, you could give somebody else Molly.
And then they could tutor for it,
and then they can
play from
use
their
Molly.
hand.
Yeah.
You owe me one?
And you're like, I'm an asset-based deck.
yeah.
Good.
Excellent.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Travis, what's your number 3?
This is Ancient Stone, Knowledge of the Elders. This is the damage one. So for this one, you have to pay an experience to put the base level version into your deck, and then you get to play a little mini game where you try to succeed against a shroud value as high as you can get it pumped up, and then that's how many secrets this gets is the shroud location you succeeded at. What it actually does is as a reaction, whenever you draw a number of cards, you can spend that many secrets to do that much damage to enemy location. It does not exhaust or cost you an action to do that, which is pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, the only cost
and
is
it's testless.
The only cost is you need to draw a card, which unfortunately Seekers just
It's
can't
so
do.
hard,
Travis.
yeah.
Especially without costing actions. Like,
yeah, God dang.
I mean, like, there's a lot of things this card plays really well with, like Blood Rite, where you get to draw 2 cards and do damage, then you discard 2 cards and do 2 more damage. That's pretty good.
That was pretty good.
I play Cryptic Research to just like draw 3 cards and bolt something. You can use Mr. Rook and Mandy to like draw 3 cards from your deck and bolt something, because I'm pretty sure Mr. Rook counts drawing the weakness.
If you're playing Abigail Foreman, you could play the Scroll of Secrets and be like, Yithian Rifle, what?
Yep.
Classic Seekers.
Yeah, if only you could. I mean, like, it's a lot of experience.
Yeah,
It is a lot of experience.
Yeah. Cool. A little bit cheeky because it really only costs 3 experience, but it is a level 4 card, so.
Yeah, I remember the most prominent time I played this was in that our first round of Dream Eaters. I was playing Mandy and just walking down the spider
killing
web.
spiders. It was
Just gunning them down as I went.
Yeah, it was wild. It was just like, I'm like, and I don't know why I was surprised that his Seeker is busted, but.
I was like, this has 10 secrets on it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sick. All right. Number 2, Bryn. What's yours?
We got the Beretta in 1918. Fighting
Whoa,
monsters.
she's my number
I thought you said she was in number 4.
I thought so too.
You lied to us.
I thought so too, man. What a twist. That got me. Oh, I said all these things about her, and now I have to talk about her again.
You can talk about what card you thought was your number 2 instead.
What was it?
Anyway, Bryn Beretta.
Anyway, this submachine gun, like, it just fighting monsters is kind of exciting all the time, and this makes it even more exciting. Where you're like, if I don't succeed by enough, I'm not going to do enough damage, and then everything's going to suck forever. But also, if you succeed by enough, you get to do everything. And +4 kind of means that you're probably always succeeding, even at the bottom tier, where you don't get to ready it and do the extra damage. It's just kind of fun to play with. It's really not the best big green gun, and I will admit that freely. But I think it's the most fun one.
Also, it like has its niche, right?
Yeah, it is a lot better than the best one. If you are playing a lower fight investigator, and that +4 will count a lot more.
Yeah.
But
if you're
it's
on
just
skids
kind of neat.
only have like 3 punch or whatever, like being at 7 is pretty good instead of being
Yeah.
at like 5.
Yeah.
I'm mostly disappointed that the BAR is a blue weapon, because green's weapon identity is mostly vomiting bullets at people.
Come on, man. Blue's gotta have something though.
Yeah, but blue's identity is guns with really big bullets.
Yeah, but they're like.
Or fire.
Yeah.
Or lightning. Lightning isn't bullets, but it is. As far as extra ammunition is concerned.
Justin, what do you think your number 2 was?
I don't remember.
That's cool.
I think the ones I had saved were like the ones I tabbed.
Do you want to double check what your number 1 is first?
No, I know what my number 1 is. That one was easy.
Okay.
I know that one for sure.
I think I also know.
Like that was. Oh, what do you think? I'll cover my eyes and don't tell me. No.
What?
But yeah. Yeah.
Cover my eyes?
Yeah. Just don't tell me. Don't tell me. I do think I had Quick Learner on my list too, but then I was like, this is like I'm probably gonna like realistically only play this in someone like Wendy or Stella, because like Wendy can take advantage of extra actions with Leo DeLuca, right? Because like Quick Learner isn't good unless you get 2 actions out of the bonus, right?
Well, as long as your first action doesn't involve a test or an important test.
Yeah. And I just think that like I think Farsight was also there, but I've never actually played with it. But I know I would enjoy that card because doing things for free is fun, and I like secret cards. But I mean, Abigail is sick. She's great. Yeah. She's my number 2 and my number 4. I like her that much.
I would like to. I'd like to put together a minty fan deck where Abigail Foreman is holding onto my coupon book. And like not really doing anything.
Yeah, yeah.
And just like, why am I here? You're an intern.
Yeah.
Do whatever I want.
Do whatever I want you to do.
All right, Travis, what's your number 2?
This is Farsight. This is a yellow card from the hard deck. So lightning bolt on your turn. If you have 8 or more cards in your hand, hand size. You exhaust the play and event from your hand, paying its cost. This is one of the hand size payoff cards. It is very good. You can do actually kind of anything with it as long as you've built your deck around this card. You can use it to pass off extra actions to your teammates with guidance. You can use it to investigate with Burning the Midnight Oil. You can use it to kill enemies with I've Got a Plan. I believe it was an insight. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be an insight. It's just an event.
No.
It doesn't have to be a yellow event, which is kind of weird. There's a lot of things you can play with this.
Yeah.
Just don't use it to play your luckies. Don't do that.
I don't think you can.
I don't think you can either.
Yeah, you probably can.
Vern just reading this yellow card for the first time.
I don't read this card. I just look at the sweet raven.
Yeah, everyone's like, this is that Raven and Survivor. It's that
That's
mysterious Raven. Yeah, I agree with. I think the card's sweet. I'm excited to play around it. All right, let's get to our number 1s. Let's go.
This was what I thought it was going to be.
So I got Anna Caslow. She gives you 2 extra tarot slots, and she's got the tarot clause on her card, where if you start with the game, she can be free. And when she enters, you get to search your deck for a tarot card and put it into play.
You built a Safina deck with her, right? Was that the one?
So it's the easiest. What's the easiest way to make sure the cards are in your opening hand? And the answer is to have your opening hand be 13 cards big.
Yeah.
That's the short answer. That being said, Anna Caslow is just kind of neat. There aren't really that many. I don't want to say there's no bad tarot cards because Travis will start listing them.
I can think of 2 right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
what are they? The red one?
The red one and the neutral one.
Oh, yeah.
The neutral one
Oh,
isn't bad when you get it for free, though.
It's still not good.
Hard to disagree.
Especially with all the other options you have now.
Anyway, there's a lot of cool things you can do with tarot cards. They used to just be make your numbers better, and that was still pretty good. But these days, there's even more stuff you can do. Like you don't like the encounter card you drew? Draw a different one. No problem. You need to succeed by 3 because you have a shotgun that maybe you sawed the end off. Maybe your tarot card just says if you pass, you get to pass by more.
You can draw an extra card.
Yeah, you can do
lots of cards.
Yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff.
Can have Anna take any amount of damage or horror without dying.
Yeah, don't do that unless you have no tarot cards though.
No, you can do that if you have the blue tarot card. The stars.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. One of the tarot cards makes Anna bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just like she brings a lot of flexibility to the game. Sure, she doesn't do anything until you've actually paid to put some tarot cards into your deck. Unless you have the tarot card weakness. I think you can find that, right? Oh, asset. Never mind. It's probably not an asset. Oh, well. That's just as well.
Speaking of her being bigger, like, I kind of hate the art for this card. It's not a bad piece of art, but, like, she looks like your stereotypical Magic the Gathering player where she's, like, She got
That's
cards
that's
play
what
over
she-
front of her.
Your go.
That's what
She
she
slumped
is.
over trying to hide her
Yeah.
gut underneath the table.
Your go.
Yeah.
One thing I like about Anna Caslow, and this was both in this one in Circle Undone and in the Dream Eaters, where a cast member from the story became a card, like the Black Cat. I like that. I actually think that's kind of neat, and I think they should do more of that. Just kind of like, because the world of the game is like so. It's like what they have, because they're now starting to like even like explore their own kind of like inspiration from the stories, and they should just like embrace that more and have characters appear in the story as cards. I think that's fun.
The next time that I get to build a standalone deck for a thing, I'm gonna build a Tommy Muldoon deck with charismas that plays Anna Caslow to have as many copies of the stars in play so that your guard dogs are yoked.
3-5, baby.
And he pays out all the damage in horror on
Yeah,
them,
yeah,
right?
yeah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how big
That's
they
a lot
actually.
of money.
Yeah.
My number one is Grotesque Statue. I've loved this card since I first saw it, and this was the easy number one for me. I just don't have much else to say other than like the card's strong, the effect is nice, and not drawing a token you don't want is better than drawing a token that you don't want. Like, it's just nice to be able to have that choice. I also
is.
love the art, the perspective on it's fun. Yeah, I just think the card's sweet.
And this is like OG Call of Cthulhu card game art too.
Yeah.
It looks like it.
Yeah, I mean, like, the card's not exactly flashy like the one we have coming up. And it's not exactly as, like, dare I say, janky as the one we just talked about. It's just like,
I
Just
prefer the
good.
term flexible.
Just good.
yeah, it's just good. It's just good. Travis, what is your number one?
This is Empty Vessel. This costs 4 experience from the Dream Eaters. And then when you kill an enemy, you get to put a charge on it. And when there are at least 3 charges on it, at least 3, you can put more on if you'd like. You get to flip it over. Oh yeah, prepare. Wow, it's Wish Eater. And then this side is when you reveal a symbol token during a skill test, you can spend a charge to cancel that token and heal 1 damage, 1 horror. I played for this like with 2 scenarios, and I thought I just got to heal the damage and the horror, and it didn't cancel the token.
And it was still pretty
It
good.
was incredible
Yeah.
still. This also feels like it takes up the necklace slot, which is something that Guardians don't do.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of free in that regard. And it's so good. It's so much healing, and like canceling the tokens is so strong. And all you have to do is kill enemies, and if you're not doing that, what are you doing? And if it's empty, you don't even lose it. You just have to charge up again.
Just goes back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and like this is great because like what are you doing as a guardian? As like the guardian who can pay 4 experience guardian cards. So like a guardian, what are you doing? Killing enemies unless you're like Carolyn.
Killing enemies and not dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not failing on skulls.
I also just love like it's so like jacked and excited to be here on this side.
Yeah, it's so shiny.
Yeah, it's like I'm powering up.
I should have played this the last time I played through the Dream Eaters. It would have been sick. You're just like walking into the hospital and there's spiders and you're like, get in the bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Look over here, Monster Killer's cutting the legs off spiders and dropping the bodies in his necklace. You're like, okay.
I'm with the
You
wrong.
have to play Renfield. Like, I need to eat these spiders because the spiders eat flies. Oh, that's a bird. Birds eat spiders.
Yeah.
Sick. Wow, we nailed it. 19 minutes. So, on the next episode, we're going to be talking about our top 5 XP cards. We'll see the number next
It's
week.
probably going to be 1.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be 3.
There's really not that many.
Yeah.
I think there's more 5 XP than there are 4.
There's more different, definitely, because most of the
4.
yellow 4 XP cards are the same card, but with a different subtitle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right, chat. We'll see you then. As you can tell, we're coming to the end of this XP card list, which was a nice fountain of content. So what other list videos do you want to see us do? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. And as always, GG's.